Hey guys, this is Alex back here with another video. This is a custom on a pair of Airmax 270s that I did. I really don't know what to call this, but this is a tutorial, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so for this next part, you're going to want to take your heat gun and uncrease the midsole, so that when you apply the paint creases with the midsole. Otherwise, if you leave the creases in there, the paint will crack where the creases are. This is personally my first ever time using the Dark Knight a jet black sole dye. It's my first ever time purchasing from this company, and I have to say that this sole dye worked wonderfully, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Now, basically what I did was I basically applied the sole dye, and then after I let it sit for a few hours, I took acetone in a cotton round and I wiped off all the excess. Also, be very careful around the edges, as if you get sole dye on the actual white upper, I figured out the hard way that paint will not cover that up. So be very careful, and taping might not do the job. Like for my personal tape, it didn't stick to the material, so I just said, like, I just basically winged it, and I really regret doing that because this custom could have came out a tad bit better if I didn't. To start off painting this shoe, I started off with a nice white coat of paint, and then I moved on to the yellow, which was basically just the normal yellow from Angela's, and I mixed it with some Too Soft inside of the airbrush. Now you can do this custom with a paintbrush, but airbrush is a lot quicker and honestly gives you a better result. But if you do want to try this with a paintbrush, go ahead. Nothing's stopping you. As long as you can put your mind to it, you can do it. Now, in order to get the fade effect, you're not going to want to empty out your airbrush. You're just going to want to add a few drops of red, or I personally use fire red to like get the orange right after the yellow, but then later on I use normal red. You just put a few drops of that in there, and then it changes the color, and then you add a few more drops in there, and it makes it darker and darker as you go. And then once you actually get to the red, I recommend emptying out your airbrush. Don't do a complete deep clean, just try and get it as clean as you can. And then use the red in there, some Too Soft, and then paint the bottom areas, and then actually add a little bit of yellow into the red, and then go back up onto the upper, and then mix it in with the orange, as it makes it look a lot smoother and not as one solid color. Now you see me putting more yellow in my brush right now, as I mixed it with a little bit of red so that I could go back over the tongue with orange, just a really light orange, because to me the yellow looked too neon and like vibrant, and it really didn't match the rest of the shoe. So I figured go back over with a little bit of orange, and it really just did the trick, and it made it look a lot better. Alright, here's the finished airbrushing product. I think it came out pretty good. The only thing about this in particular is I thought that the airbrush was going to some of the dye marks. I thought it was gonna kind of block it off a little bit, but the red I had envisioned was a lot darker than the actual red on the shoe. So you can see some of the ink marks, like right there. That is just an unfortunate thing that I was mistaken about. But I still haven't even started working on the next shoe, so the next shoe will most likely turn out better. So let's just get into unwrapping this. So basically, unless you're like an expert taper, you're more than likely going to have some white parts around the bottom. And since we did a fade, you can just take the darkest red, so just red paint, and just paint around the bottom. Just touch it up very lightly, and then you should be good. Now, I actually didn't film me painting the midsole black because I didn't feel the need to, but I did film me painting this Air on the back tab black. Basically, this was just a snippet of me painting the accents black. I didn't feel like including all of them because I thought it would make the video a little bit too long. Hey guys, before we get into the B-roll, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as I put a lot of work into it. Other than that, see you guys later.